Here we go. Left, 95. Check, smash. Check, Hutton.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Ready. 45. White. Set.
Love now. That's taken in by Golden. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the base he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Cougar Knights.
To throw is Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Let's go now. Gotta be lying.
To the air goes Daniels. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ready?
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. They get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3rd down and 6.
Green stripe. Yellow, 22. Set.
Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Pass the 60.
Daniels looking to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Daniels. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Samuel in motion. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Hey, look at this Packers defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the #1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
18, 5 in.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
77 Wolf.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Daniels. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
18 Cardinal.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Ready. 45. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. And Watson has it right side. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Hut. 52 blue. Hut.
To throw now. Here's Love. That one to Reed, and it is caught on the down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
33. Yellow.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The Packers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Here we go. Black, 95. Hut.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lloyd. And the maneuvers wing forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Okay, ready? Ready. Ultra. Twist. Black 40. Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys that had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back on your salad days in Evansville.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing now is Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now thrown incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. You got to make sure you hit it just right.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Keyshawn Nixon on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give it like your birthday. The party in the club.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 7.
Down. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 50. Green. Set.
Now Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, give them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
On the ready. Let's go. Yellow, 22. Cut.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Eddie Goldman in on that play defensively, and he finishes it off behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13.
Let's go now. 45. White. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 7 there. And now third down and 6 to go.
Third and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that will be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Daniels. That is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Daniels from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Set, ready. 30.
Love looking to throw it. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
32.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish. Was the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Washington on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
60 red.
Looking to throw. Love. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll give up the middle to Akers. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Come on. Warriors, 70, 60 vices, 60 vices.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Pass caught, it's Lane with it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And it is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10.
Down. 33. Yellow.
Love now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Yellow. 43. Ready.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To the air goes Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know.
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Now on 4th down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. Taking it about the 16.
On the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
On the double.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Come on.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Short throw, he's got Kraft. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Love. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 22.
Looking to throw. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we've got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
That's out to the flat for Akers. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. This will be caught at Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, 47 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ready. Yellow.
Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Black, 95.
Love from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ultra. Ready. 10 black. Hut.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 45. White. Set.
Back to throw. Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Set.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Working out of the gun. Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lloyd. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down at 7. Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Yellow, 22. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Ready up. Let's go now. 33. Yellow. Hut, hut.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers.
What a luxury it is to be able to call a hold ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8.
Commanders 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go. Here we go.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Practice this. Go.
Here's Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And a 3rd down and 6 to go. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Set, ready. 52, set.
Throwing, Love. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
10 black. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. On first down, Lloyd. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now we're at the 41, second and 9.
Here we go, set. Yellow, set.
Now Love. That's taken in by Golden. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for straining that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 25, here's second and 6.
Down. Red, 38.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's third and 4 now. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is third and 4.
95. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps.
They get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 67 yards. And the Commanders take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
45, White. Set.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Ready, set. Let's go. 30 seconds.
They're going to go with the tight end here on the running play. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 back. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Daniels looking to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lloyd.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Jacobs now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do, and the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here we go, 1st and goal.
Ready? Liking 18.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. Daniel's going to throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yellow, 43. Ready?
Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Ready. Hunt.
Love looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
After that throw, it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. The throw complete to Cam Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Here we go. Black 40. Ready.
To Inigo's Love, and that should be that. Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Packers, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.